Noravank is located 3 kilometers northeast of Amalvo village in Vayadzor, on the slope of a deep gorge of a tributary of the Apa River. It was a holy place, yet in the early Middle Ages, when the church of St. Phocas was located here. A water spring gushed from under the altar of the church, the water of which was considered to be healing. In the 9th century, the church of St. Carapet, it east St. John the Baptist, was built here, and in the 10th century the monastery became a center of education. In the beginning of the 14th century, a two-story, three-tiered church of the Holy Mother of God was built by Prince Bertel's order, which also known as Bertelashen, meaning built by Bertel. It was built by the Armenian sculptor Momik. First floor is a burial vault. The entrance is from the west, leading down the stairs. The prayer house is located on the second floor. The columns of the dome are decorated with reliefs. One of them depicts Prince Bertel with a crown on his head and holding a miniature church in his hands. On the eastern wall of the church there is a coat of arms of the Orbelian dynasty, of Armenian lords of the province of Syunik, an eagle holding a deer in its claws. There is one legend about Momik. It is said that the architect fell in love with the daughter of the Syunik Lord Bertel. The Lord was against it at first, but then promised to give him the girl as a wife, only if Momik built a beautiful monastery, unique in all over the world. Momik built his luxurious two-story Bertelashen. The Lord, seeing that Momik was fulfilling his requirement, ordered to kill Momik, and on his order, Momik was pushed off the dome and killed. However, this story is not reliable, and is just connected with the fact that, according to the inscriptions of the monastery, the church was built in 1339, while Momik died in 1333. It is worth to speak about two bas-reliefs as well. On the facade of the first floor, there is a bas-relief depicting the Mother of God sitting on a throne and holding the baby Jesus in her arms. On both sides of hers are archangels Gabriel and Michael are depicted. Above the entrance to the upper floor, there is an image of Jesus, keeping the gospel to his chest with his left hand, and apostles Paul and Peter are standing next to him. Above the entrance to the narthex, there is a depiction of God the Father. Such an image of God is unprecedented, since in the Middle Ages God the Father was depicted either as a right hand descending from heaven, or as light. Under the bird of God, the dove symbolizing the Holy Spirit touches the lips of Adam, depicted in the left hand of God with its beak like the breath of God. On the right, under the blessing right hand of God the Father, the crucified Christ is depicted, and the Holy Virgin and John the Evangelist are standing at his sides. Below, Daniel the prophet is pointing to the crucifixion with his hand. Momik was said to be the blessed one who saw God the Father, but got blind by his divine light. However, God had mercy on him and returned his sight, after which Momik depicted God the Father. In the courtyard you can also see khachkars, created by Momik and distinguished by the elegance of their unique ornaments. Along the northern wall of the church of St. Carapet stretches a chapel tomb of St. Gregory, the mausoleum of Stepanos Orbelian, built by architect Syrianes in 1275. Inside the church are buried 10 members of the princely Orbelian family. The most notable of the tombstones is that of Elikam Orbelian, on which the latter is depicted as a sleeping lion. Noravank was a major cultural, educational and literary center of its time. With its rich sculpture and exceptional khachkars, as well as large and valuable lithographs, the Noravank monastery is considered an exceptional cultural heritage.